Yes, sir. Clipper Nation. What's up, guys? Clipper Nation, Clipper fans, basketball fans. Welcome to the video. Welcome to, I guess, my channel. You'll notice the gap between my first video. I'm sorry, my last video and this video. Big gap. My goal was to cover basketball, cover Clippers. So like some personal stuff happened, but that's neither here nor there. And we are here now with playoffs starting, I believe they start this weekend. Unless you count the play-in, which is tomorrow. But the official 1 through 8, 2 through, I'm sorry, 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7, etc. I believe starts this weekend. So with that said, in this video, I'm going to give you guys my playoff predictions, including play-in games. Because who doesn't like predictions, right? And who doesn't like judging someone else's predictions? So with that said, feel free to stick around, and then comment your opinions, what you think. I might not pick your team for X and Y reason. Tell me what that is. Disclaimer, I didn't watch every game of every team in the season. I don't think anyone does. So I'm just kind of gauging it off of just kind of generalizing of the season for every team. You know, if you want to include record into that, players, matchups, a big one, because playoffs is all about matchups. So with that said, I am going to, let's see here. All right, let me pull this up. Playoff bracket. So here we go. Let's get into it. In the West, 9 and the 10. Kings versus the Mavericks. I'm going Kings. Simply because Mavericks are lacking offensive power. Like, that's what it's going to come down to for me. Outside of AD, I don't know where their offense is going to come from. Who could get their own shot? Mavericks have Lively. PJ Washington, I guess, would be their second option, right? I'm not sure if Gafford's playing. I believe Christie is in the starting lineup. Is he? Again, I didn't watch every game of every team, so again, I'm just kind of going off of highlights that I've seen, the roster, etc. Versus the Kings, well, more balanced team, right? Their go-to dudes are Debo and Debo and Levine, which I think Levine is an absolute stud offensively. I don't know why, like, I know he hasn't really bounced around. I know he spent some time with the Bulls a few years, but I mean, in terms of offensive talent, it's all there. Shots there. Super athletic, could still get to the bucket. Anyways, that's not the point. But yeah, offensively, Kings are just a better team, 1 through 5. I haven't even mentioned Sabonis, Monk. Monk's a stud as well. I'm gonna go Kings. 7 through and the 8, Warriors and Grizzlies. I think this one's gonna be closer than we think. Kind of like the Kings and the Mavericks. I really think the Grizzlies are a better team. I think 1 through 5, because as you guys saw yesterday in the game versus the Clippers, outside of Steph, like, where did it come from? And yeah, Jimmy. But I mean, you guys kind of saw that. Steph got triple team. You got to go to heel, right? And I'm not sure if you guys saw, but clank. I don't even think it hit the rim. Versus the Grizzlies, so they have Jaw, they have Bane. They could kind of get their own bucket. Obviously, Jared Jackson at the 5. I don't know. I don't know. You know. I will say this: if no Jimmy, for sure Grizzlies. After all that said, still Steph is still Steph. You know, it's not like he relies on athleticism to be effective. Steph is still Steph. With Jimmy, I'm gonna go Grizzlies. You know what? I'm gonna go Grizzlies. I think they're gonna surprise a lot of people. I'm gonna go Grizzlies. All right, cool. So the 3 and the 6. I want to say I'm never gonna root for the Lakers. I'm as a Clipper fan. That makes us naturally Laker haters. Which number one Laker hater. I watch all their games. I watch all Clipper games and I'll watch all Laker games. Obviously, my game's to root for my team. Clipper games, and I watch all the Laker games to root against them. I give off. I'm giving them my negative aura to them, like so they could fail. Anyways, with that said, I'm gonna go with the Lakers. I just think too much. Luka's Luka. We all saw what he did versus the Timberwolves last year, but I mean he does that against everyone. Luka's Luka. A healthy, motivated LeBron is dangerous. Austin Reeves, a stud. Very impressive, Austin Reeves, honestly. You look at the Timberwolves, obviously Ant-Man, right? Don't have to say anything about him. But after him, like Julius Randle, but is he gonna show up? We don't know. You know, at least you know what you're gonna get with Luka. You know what you're gonna get with LeBron. So too many question marks with the Timberwolves. And ultimately, I mean, Lakers have Luka. Like I'm not gonna bet against Luka and LeBron in a first round exit. You know, which I mean, I hope I'm wrong because last year I picked the Suns. I had like the same approach. I was like, I'm not betting against KD and Booker in the playoffs in a first round exit, and they got swept. So hopefully I'm wrong, but I'm going Lakers. The 4 and the 5 Nuggets Joker versus Clip City Chip City. Man. I'm going us. But I will make the case. I don't even have to make a case for the Nuggets. I mean, I know they're not the same. I mean, but they still have the nucleus. You know, they still have the nucleus. When I mean the same, I don't think people fear them as much. You know what I mean? But it's still Joker. Murray's. I'm not sure what's up with Murray. I think he's dealing with a hamstring injury. But it's still the core, though. You know, it's still the core of Joker, Murray, if he plays and if he's healthy, Gordon, MPJ. This might be the series of the first round for West and East. Jesus, I am scared. I will say that I am worried. We ain't dodging no smoke. In a perfect world, would I have rather lost yesterday's game, play the Grizzlies, play the Rockets in the second round, in the first round, the 2 versus the 7? Yes, but it is what it is, you know. But hey, just like they have the nucleus, we got playoff Kawhi. It's a real thing. Harden's playing, he's MVP level. You know, the man does it all. I think Harden's motivated. You know, I think he knows like, all right, like. He's coming to the end of his career. You know, these opportunities don't present themselves. So I think this is what it's going to come down to. I just think we're a little deeper. 1 through 7, you know how the rotates shorten up versus the Nuggets. And I love fucking Westbrook. I love him. But man, he stunk up the joint last year in the playoffs for us. Offensively, just shooting wise, he was just not efficient, couldn't make shots. You know, I'm sure we're gonna focus on that, you know, make him the shooter, which you have to do that. I love Westbrook. He's one of my favorite players, and how can you not? He plays with so much heart. That's all you could ask for. But I just think 1 through 6, Zoo, Kawhi, Harden, DJJ, you know, so we have like pieces, you know. to kind of offset, not offset, but if we could just let Joker do his thing and just like not let anyone go off, because we have DJJ, Derek Jones Jr., done defensively, you know. But this is why I say I think it might be the series of the first round, because Gordon ain't no slouch on defense, you know. He's a big body that you're gonna put on Kawhi, you know. This one could go 7, honestly. But I mean, gotta go Clippers, baby. 1 through 8. It doesn't. You know what? I really hope, even though I picked the Grizzlies, I really hope I'm wrong and the Warriors end up with the 8, because I would love to see the Warriors against the Thunder. I would have picked the Warriors in that series. Anyways, but if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. If I'm right, Thunder Grizzlies, I'm going Thunder, and then 2 and 7 Rockets versus either the Warriors or hold on, am I tripping? Oh, yeah, because the 9 and the 10 they play each other and okay, so it's either gonna be Warriors and the 7, right? Or it's gonna be I'm sorry, this is a little confusing. Warriors in the 7 or Grizzlies. I'd pick Rockets over the Warriors, honestly. And I think I would pick Rockets over the Grizzlies. Cool. Let's go to the East now. 9 and 10. Heat and Bulls. My boy's a huge Heat fan. But honestly, Heat Nation, sorry to do this. Like, I'm tired of seeing you guys in the play-in. To just get out of the way. Just move. You know. I'm going Bulls. 7, 8. Hawks are always in the play-in as well. Magic were in the playoffs last year. I'm going Magic. Because if Trey doesn't have it going, who do they go to? I'm going Magic on that one. They have more options offensively. Let's see here. The 3 and the 6, Knicks and Pistons. Side note, I hope to the basketball gods, because I'm in Detroit right now, that the Pistons make it to the finals with the Clippers, because I would be there rooting so hard. I would make my presence known, you know. This one's tough. I think the Pistons, they got more in it than what you think, but to a degree they've already established that they're kind of like putting themselves on the map, right? But ultimately, I think Knicks, for sure. Knicks, just Brunson, Cat. Even if Cat's having a bad game, you could rely on Brunson. Josh Hart plays hard every game. Anunoby's a stud. Versus the Pistons, I don't know, outside of Cade, where do they generate their offense from? I know they have Malik Beasley. The center, big buff dude. I think he's just more of a big body, so it's not like he's not like a go-to dude. Just too much Knicks. And we all saw what they did last year. They show up. They show up in the playoffs. So I'm gonna go Knicks. 4 and the 5. Pacers to Bucks. I never bet against Giannis. So I'm going Bucks with Dame. I'm not sure if I think I saw somewhere today where he's like, at some point he's gonna be ready for the playoffs. But I'm gonna decide. No Giannis, I'm picking Pacers. I'm sorry, no Dame, I'm picking Pacers. No, with Dame, I'm picking Bucks. I don't think the Bucks have enough firepower outside of Giannis versus, like, I don't know. Indy's just kind of like, they got the chemistry going. They've been together for a few years. So yeah. So we'll leave it like that. With Dame, Bucks. Without, Pacers. it doesn't matter who the one plays, I'm picking Cavs, and it doesn't matter who the Celtics play, I'm picking Celtics. All right, cool. So that's it for now. Again, I apologize if I left some players out or reason X, Y, and Z why I should or shouldn't have picked a team. Again, I don't watch every team. I'm sure like no one has ever watched every single team's game, just too much. But yeah, but comment, let me know what you guys think. I'll be back probably Wednesday after tomorrow's game. Once we have I don't know, actually I'll let the play-in play out. That way we have the guaranteed picks. I'm sorry, the matchups. And then yeah, and then that's when I'll follow up with you guys. All right, cool. Well, thank you guys if you sticked around, and then I will see you guys in a few days. All right, cool. Peace.